Lyft has changed their structure as to how they pay their drivers, in the sense that it's no longer based on a commission, it's based on a flat base rate, the per miles and the by the time, which in some situation leads to a customer pays a lot more than what a driver's not going to make 80% of what a passenger is going to pay anymore, because that normally would have been they take 20% out of the total cost plus their fee of 2 something for an initiation. I've just realized that there's going to be some fares where I make $15 and some that I make $17, and the passenger could be paying something like $27 or $22 or a very wide-ranging variance. And it's not related at all to surge pricing or the peak rates. I was surprised. I gave someone a ride from downtown, actually it was North Park area, to La Jolla, the Birch Aquarium, and the customer paid like $27, and I was only paid like I was paid like 17. So whatever the specifics, I looked it up, and it turns out that Lyft had received about 40% of the total fare. And I was like, well, that's weird. That's interesting. Then I started to dig deeper, and I'm like, wait a second. They stopped paying out they stopped taking out 20% and started paying the flat rates of the original prices times 80%, which ends up being in San Diego like a 92 cents a mile and 12 cents a minute, instead of before a customer would pay 15 cents a minute and 15 cents a minute, and I guess it was like what, $1.20 or something a mile. I don't know. Essentially, they're doing some form of dynamic pricing, and it is confusing because you try to look up online what's the cost per mile. They don't list it anymore. In San Diego, at least, there is no per mile rate. It is constantly variable. So you don't know consistently what you're going to have to pay the next time you go get a ride. And it's a little crazy to think that, because not long ago, my friend, he took a Lyft ride from his house to downtown on the Lyft line before it became Lyft Shared, which is the new version of it, essentially just a different name. And when he got that ride, he went, like I said, a North Park to downtown. Typically, it's a really cheap rate if you do the shared ride. It normally would be like $3.20. And then when he tried to do it the other day, it was a Sunday morning, it was like $15. And the normal priced ride was like 17 or 18. So, and it wasn't related to surge. So they're just fidgeting with all the prices for everyone. So advice essentially from this is, if you're in a group of people, all of you look at your app to see what your price is going to be, and whoever has the lowest, go with that person, because somehow they're having some priority. I don't know how they do the calculation anymore. Plain and simply, passengers are just not going to know what their price is unless they look it up, like on the spot at the exact time, not necessarily because of variance from surge. So they've messed with the way they pay people, in the sense that it's no longer they take a commission out, it's they will pay you a flat rate, which is weird, you know. Like I still make pretty good money. I worked 5 hours and made $125. So it's not like I'm making less money, it's more that customers are paying more money, and you won't know how much you're gonna have to pay until you actually order that ride. And so there's a huge variance, and it's unfortunate. So keep an eye out for that when you're taking a Lyft ride. I'm pretty sure Uber was already doing that for a long time, but as of right now, I'm now aware Lyft does not keep a consistent price on what your fare is going to be. So yeah, check it out the next time you go. Like the video, subscribe. I'm Drew the driver. This is RideIntoCash, and thank you for watching, and have a great day.